Alright. Why is that so low? Oh, really? Alright, looks like that's my headphones. Give me a second. Impromptu stream. I just figured I was going to play an hour before I finish packing because I'm going to take my daughter to visit some family. What's up? Take a walk. I'm going to take my daughter to visit some family for the weekend, so pretty much not going to be doing anything video-wise. I think I do have a couple videos on this channel that I have already prepped, and maybe I'll just put those scheduled to post finishing The Last of Us gameplay. I think I have a Ghost of Tsushima video as well, but this is Act 3. It locked me out of Part 1 and Part 2, or Section 1 and Section 2 of the map. I still have a few places to liberate on Section 2, but I'm in the little, finale of the game here, the Act 3. And I have to say, there's a few pros and cons now that I finally had enough hours into the game to fully develop an opinion about it. And I gotta say, when I first played it, I think for the first 3 hours, I kind of had this, it's okay, it's good. I don't know, I had that, it's all right vibe to it. But something happens between 5 to 10 hours in. I think the world wins you over in a big way. I mean, the world wins you over in a really big way. And the story is another thing that's shocking to me as well, because I didn't think the story was anything I would even really focus on. However, I'm actually really digging the story. They take a couple elements that are, I would say, kind of cliche in a way, like your best friend, a best friend betrayal type of story element. They do it in a way where you see it coming and you see it play out, and you've seen it 100 times before. Yet it's still done in an interesting fashion, and it still leaves you thinking about it. I know a lot of people go on and on about how The Last of Us 2 left them like questioning things and all that, and I didn't come away from that. I think mainly because I saw so many of the cheap tricks, but obviously, yes, I could see The Last of Us 2 getting you to think about certain things. But with this game, I was surprised about some of the elements that it actually had me think about, where they do it in a way where there's no fanfare. Like Last of Us 2, for an example, it has as much subtlety as a sledgehammer taped to a speeding car. The subtlety in that game is non-existent. I mean, it's insane how not subtle The Last of Us 2 is. But in this game, just to do a comparison, because I don't think it's fair to do this game versus that game, it's just not. I think it's fair enough to do open world games versus other open world games, because when you go to the pros and cons, each one gives you different things in such a way where it's like, it's just not even the same. As far as a companion piece, I still stick with Days Gone is a great companion piece to The Last of Us. But this game has this one story element where it's a NPC, it's a side story. You could skip it if you want, but it's as subtle as a plane crash. But you randomly find this village where there's no females, and you end up finding out that the villagers, to save their own lives, they gave the females to some Mongol slavers, Now, this game does stick to the, it covers, like, very adult topics, but they kind of do it in a really subdued way. Like, they just kidnap the women and they keep them in a room. In real life, they'd be raping, beating. Yeah, I mean, it'd be gory as shit. But they don't go into all the gore. They just simply, they lock the women away, you know? But if you're stealing a group of women, what are you going to do with them? I mean, we all know. But that's what I mean by, and they do that often where they won't go as gritty with it. And I think for this game, for the enjoyment, that kind of does work. But long story short, you eventually free the women, you go back to the town, and you find the one guy who's responsible for convincing everybody. And some of it is a touch rushed. And the game leaves you at a moment where the guy offers his life as a death sentence. And then the game just gives you control. It doesn't beat you in the head with, is it right? Do you kill him? Do you walk away? I started walking away, and you can walk away. I don't know if it allows you to walk completely away and just bounce or whatever, but just for shits, I was like, all right, and I just killed him. It's a regular NPC character, but it has this little, I don't know, it plays out in a way that's like a story element, but you're in full control. Anyhow, I actually, for the first time, sat there for a minute in a video game being like, wait, man, should I have killed him? I mean, he gave up the women, but is that a death sentence? I don't know. It had me hesitate a moment. And this game, surprisingly, has a few moments like that. Oh, I messed up. Where the game gives you full control, but it doesn't beat you in the head. It doesn't revisit it. Doesn't return to it. It just lets you do it. And then the game just continues on. It's like life in a way. And again, I don't think this game is so deep to where the developers were sitting down and they were like, going over all these moral quandaries and yada, yada, yada. No, they were like, we'll put the player in this position and we'll keep him moving. Just like as real life does in a touch. And it's those little elements where I still don't even know, and I want to go back and look to see is that the only way you can play it? Can you leave? I mean, is that a death sentence? I don't know. It's like, but I killed him. Anyway, they do that really well in this game. There's a number of things they also do really, really well as far as the weather, oh shit, hold up. The weather, I don't know if I can jump close enough. Nope. You're about to see some badass shit. Ready? Oh, I missed. Wait, it's not letting me do it. Oh, there we go. I must have hit a wrong button. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, as I get beat. I haven't played in a while, so I'm trying to figure out. I just got this right here. Yeah. Oh, man. Flaming sword. I'll get there. I haven't played in a bit, so I'm a little rusty. Oh, I'll let you free, bud. But as far as the world, the environments, and gameplay, now there's some things that the game, con-wise, the game runs into. One element is, and this is in every single open world game I've ever played, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, Days Gone, Horizon Zero Dawn, this game. Once you get so far, it seems like parts of the story are no longer smoothly transition from one to the next. Some of it is jarringly from here to here. Like, for example, if early in the game, when I come in and out of the story and the gameplay, it is an ultra smooth transition where your character's in the same spots and stuff like that. Later on in the game, you'll hit these moments in the story where you do something, and then all of a sudden your character is like in a different location, and the game kind of like resets you in a certain area. Every open world game I've ever played, it's always like that in the back half of the game. This game has that as well. However, it's not so to the point where you start hating it, you don't like it. It's still done really good, but it has that element of there's just so much there, and it cuts corners. Like I said, though, it doesn't take away from the game. It just means the outcome isn't as smooth. Oh, I fucked that up. I should have hit triangle. I'm in it now. I'm in the shit now, bro. What? How dare you? I was gonna do something. Never mind. I'll just 3 resolves to revive. I didn't know that. It was 3 of them to. I was gonna do a little smoke technique, but that's what I get when I'm by myself. I'm like a fucking master swordsman. I start streaming and I forget the buttons. That's because I always try to do some goofy shit. Also, so that, as far as that is a criticism for the game, in the back half, by the time you already either fall in love with it or you don't like it and you stop playing to that part of the game, it doesn't matter. So you're already in love with it or you already stopped, so that criticism really doesn't matter. The other criticism is there's certain elements where they keep your screen so clean of heads-up display. With the wind, it's no big deal. It's fine going from one place to the next. Where it is slightly a problem is when I fucked it up. Is when you are in the middle of a mission and the wind goes away and you have to search an area. Now, the reason I say it's a little problematic is because it won't give you any clues at all. Not if you accidentally get off the wrong path, it'll literally be you scoping out every little nook and cranny until you get back on your path. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. How did I fuck that up? It is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right. So that's another kind of sort of criticism where sometimes it's not so clear. There was one part that actually made me almost rage quit. I looked it up on the internet because I was like, something's not right here. The game did glitch out when I got to the mountain and I was supposed to light a fire for some monk. And the game glitched out where in the middle of the animation, the fire just lit itself. So it wouldn't let me light the fire, but I had to light the fire in order to let the animation continue to where it tells you to keep an eye out for the fires as you're going up the hill. Now, the reason for the fires is if you continue going up the hill without stopping at the fires, you're going to freeze to death. Well, I tried going up the hill to the next little location, and I just kept freezing to death. And then I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? It actually made me mad. So here, when I looked it up, they were like, well, you got to go where that monk is, go up the actual path, and then you'll see these fires. And if you're not paying attention, you might miss them. Well, once you go up the path, they're easy as shit. I mean, it's so easy, it's not even funny. The fires are right there. But like I said, it's another one of those things where it's such a huge open world, it's easy to overlook. Footprints, sometimes you have to track people. I love this. You can find bodies and just you yourself bow. And they usually interact. If that's a Mongol, he won't interact. But if it's your own people, Yeah, that must be a Mongol. It looks like a Mongol. I'll show you. If you ever run across some bodies, he'll say something. Damn, it's like the guy from GOTS with the flaming sword. But yeah, I bet this game has a better ending. Bam. Better than GOT, most likely. I think there will be any government backlash against all these bans and shadow bans from YouTube, Twitter, etc. I swear you should have more views. Makes me wonder. Well, here's the tricky thing is, I don't, not that I know of, I don't cover a lot of controversial stuff. But in 2017, in 2018, I think it was, 2018, there was some weird stuff going on with the channel where it's rough to talk about, because if you don't follow stats on YouTube, like if you don't actually have an active channel and follow a good amount of stats, you might confuse it by thinking that people just stop watching, which that is definitely something that happens. But you don't ever unless it is something, you don't ever have a situation where your stats dip instantly like this. Again, unless there's controversy or there's got to be something. Well, all of our stats were running normal. When The Walking Dead is on, the stats are super high. When it's the off season, they're at this. So for years, for like 3 years, the stats were consistent, and you saw consistent growth. Well, somewhere along the line in like 2018 going into 2019, there was this drastic just dip in, I forget what I got to go back and look at it again, but in the algorithm, there was just this drastic dip in like everything, like people finding my videos, new people, old people, subscribers start watching the videos. It was such a huge dip where there was no way it wasn't anything other than a technical issue. Like, there's no way to explain it. I've had people that work, that's their job, working with stats, and they do other stuff, but they looked at it and they were like, that's not normal. That is not normal at all. And that's why I for the past year and a half, I was going back and forth with, do I just start a new channel? Do I rebrand and hopefully it'll just kick back? And that's why I started that Tally channel, because if anything goes wrong, I'm just going to move over to that. If anything went wrong with my channel, Ronnie Hayes or Make a Path Presents. But I had a few people look at it. I can get rid of I hate wearing slippers in the house. But I hate, I don't know, I hate walking around in my socks. Anyhow, so, yeah, I was thinking, I was like, yo, I don't know what else to do, because the stats, if you look at it, and if you know anything about stats, you'd swear. But I don't want to be like a conspiracy nut. If I did political news and commentary, I would say they definitely shadow ban the channel. But here's the thing, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what it could be, because I don't talk about a lot of controversial stuff. I mean, we might have the off stream, the off something, but I don't cover anything that's controversial. But there was something that did happen, because the stats artificially plummeted in a way that, like I said, is just not natural. Stats don't function like that unless every single person in the world came together and said, subscriber and non-subscriber said, oh, we're all just gonna only watch like 10% of what we used to when it comes to Ronnie Hayes. It's just physically impossible. It's just absolutely impossible. Like I said, unless there was some type of shadow ban. I also, at that same point in time, I was also dealing with directly with a YouTube rep, and that rep went away, either stopped working for them or no longer was the rep for my channel. I am working to try to get a new rep and hopefully, you know, fix some things, but I don't know. I'm taking my daughter on a vacation this weekend. We're just going to visit some family, and then when I get back, I'm gonna start my uploads for the new content, which is not new. It's all new content, but it's the Flaw in All reviews. I've got a number of stuff in the works and prep to go. This is stuff that I've been really focusing on for the last like 6 months, I'll say. Some of it I was getting a head start. Some of it is actually doing work, like certain editing and getting a head start on certain recordings and clips, and because I gotta have that footage for the channel, for the video. So once we get rolling, it'll be pretty slick. It'll go from pretty inconsistent to how we've been lately to some nice consistent uploads. However, the Walking Dead heavy content is going to take a break for a while. My controller's vibrating, so it's telling me there's a document up here. There it is. I missed it somehow. But yeah, I can't praise this game enough. I mean, I really can't. Just the thought that I almost completely wrote this game off as a generic, it is, we've played it 1,000 times, run-of-the-mill, open-world game. I'll get it when it's on sale for $20. I'm happy I bought it straight up for $60. And I'll tell you what, if they do any type of remaster for the PS5, I'll buy it again to support it. I'll support the remaster, plus I would love to play this game. Once I'm done with it, I would love to just play it off and on, just because it is a really fun game. The balance between gameplay and realism as well. And that's something I find hard to get over when it comes to critics. Especially YouTube critics, because anyone can be a critic instantly, but some YouTubers don't even understand that there's an actual balance between gameplay and realism. And it blows my mind, because you need that balance. Oh, come on, brother. You got me. Which one does the kick? Hold on, brother. I want to kick you. Yeah, that one. Alright, so let me do this. Oh, I meant to do it. He's dead. I meant to do it to where I did it one time, and it was all in slow motion. I don't know how I did it. I was in the middle of a quick fight, and I somehow did it, and it was all in slow motion where he threw. I might have to dodge it just right, but it was fucking badass, yo. Anyhow. So yeah, the balance between the realism, and I've talked about this plenty of times on the channel, but Red Dead Redemption has too much when it comes to my enjoyment of the actual gameplay. Meaning when you skin an animal, every time you have to skin it through the whole animation. You've got to load the fur onto your horse or in your wallet. You can only carry so much. Now, some of that stuff is definitely it adds a little more challenge to the game. Only being able to carry so much, only being able to use so much. Absolutely. But sometimes it just hinders it. And I think Red Dead Redemption, as much as I do like the game, hold on, bro. I think the balance between gameplay and realism is off. I should kick the bear. I don't think you can, but like for Red Dead Redemption, he would sit there and he would just skin the whole bear. And then you would take the fur, load it onto your horse. I get it for the realism, for the immersion. That's awesome. But you do need to balance it properly for gameplay elements to where it is a game at the end of the day, and you want to keep it going. You want to keep it zipping. So for Ghost of Tsushima, even though Red Dead did it that way, I'm glad Ghost of Tsushima and Days Gone, they do it a different way, where they favor the gameplay over the realism. So I don't have to sacrifice anything major when it comes to collecting the fur, when it comes to collecting the trees, the bamboo. You just literally pick it up real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Hope they make a part 2. If you hear Days Gone is going to have a part 2. Yeah, I can't wait for Days Gone to have another part 2. I'm reaching out to Ben's studio about at that time, and I'm telling them, listen, bruh. Listen, we were all over Days Gone. Send us some type of press kit, you know? I had I had a chance to talk to somebody who is who deals with marketing, and I had a chance, but I totally forgot about it. But I had a chance to maybe possibly tell them, hey, could you throw me a Last of Us 2 something or other? Because for anyone who doesn't know, it doesn't work like every company does their own. They outsource. There's different ways to do it, but usually they'll outsource to a specific company that does the marketing. So you'll have one company, for example, that may do like 4, 5, 6, or 7 specific games. Even maybe for Sony exclusives, there's maybe 2 or 3 different marketing companies that handle those primarily. So you can have the same company that does marketing. And you can have different companies do different types of marketing for it. And again, too, that's not the company itself. So I know somebody that deals with a company or a couple companies that know the people that reach out to YouTubers for the marketing. Anyway, well, I did have a chance. They emailed me and they said, hey, just heads up. And I was like, yo, I'll remind you. And this is months and months ago. I said, yo, I'll remind you. And I forgot, which is crazy because I was so in love with The Last of Us 2 release. I got so blinded by the fan outrage, I totally forgot to reach out for something. I forget what they sent. But, as a matter of fact, I don't even think I saw any videos. Maybe they ended up not sending a lot out. However, for Days Gone Part 2, I'm going to reach out to somebody and say, yo, send me a little kit, bro, because I want some Days Gone stuff to promote and shout out there. Because I'm going to promote the shit out of Part 2. I want that to do really well. Or at least I'm hoping it does really well. Because I thought Part 1 did. Part 1 was fun. If they will allow me to give them some extra constructive criticism, I would like them to tweak some of the story elements, because some of the character stuff in Days Gone didn't hit well. When you met up with Sarah, it felt like it was clunky. It was just like, oh, I was searching everywhere for you, and then all of a sudden they acted as if they didn't know each other all that well, which doesn't make sense. What up, Hellraiser? What up, Bitnova? What up, Corey J? Is that your name? I should just fight every single one of these motherfuckers. What'd you say? Oh, shit. Look. I just got poisoned. Watch this. Poison, bitch. And I can... Oh, in Days Gone, you could get a poison arrow and make the enemies attack each other. You could do it in this, too. Watch. Let's do it to this guy. Look. They're gonna fight each other. Go for it, bitch. Oh, anyhow. Great looking game. I hope they make a part 2. You hear? Oh, I already covered that. What up, Ron? What's up, Bitnova? Did you ever play any of those wrestling games back in like 2006? They were hella fun with 6 players. Me and my cousin played some in early 2000s. We played Def Jam. That was our shit. What year did that come out? We used to drink 40s and play Def Jam all the time, yo. I was Suspect, I think his name was. He was like a shadow. He was like an all-black character. Just like a black mannequin with a black shirt, black jeans, something like that. But like literally he looked like a shadow. Maybe he was a shadow. I think his name was Suspect. But yeah, I was always Suspect. Just because he had this power punch that looked so ridiculously funny. But no, I didn't play a lot of... Maybe if I was at my cousin's, I played a little wrestling. But I wasn't really a fan of wrestling. I've played some, but Def Jam Vendettas, It might have been called Vendettas. I just remember it called Def Jam. Yeah. Oh, Bitnova, you've been playing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima. I think this game is freaking awesome, yo. I don't even need to go around and poison people. I'm a beast. I can just fuck them all up. Watch. Let me get my gear on. Look at this shit. Ghost armor. I could put it in yellow. Oh my god. What is that? Yellow ghost armor? Let's do it. And then watch. I got my mask. I put this on because it's ugly as fuck. But let me get my real mask on. Oh, what's this? Haunted Dreams? I forgot I got that one. No. We're not going to do... Yeah, Ghost Mask. I kind of wish I got the collector's edition now. I'm not going to lie. Yo, because here's the collector's edition mask, I think, with the gold. No, I think it's the ghost one. I kind of wish I got that now. To be real with you. I dig the mask. Yo, that's the second time that's happened to me. When Joker came out, the Joaquin Phoenix one, I was like, I'm not digging the look. It doesn't do anything for me. Look at this basket head. However, the performance in the movie I fell in love with so much that I now love the look of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. To the point where I want like a 1/6 scale figure or something. They're making a few of them, but I don't know what to get because, yeah, you know what? I do like this armor. We're going to do this one. But the Joaquin Phoenix one... Oh, this is one of my favorites. I changed my mind. Yo, they give you so much armor. I don't know what to play because I fucking love it all. But I'm going with this crazy shit. However, I want the one where Joaquin Phoenix colors his smile with his own blood. That'd be badass. Your character looks like Scorpion. Oh yeah, they did a new design of Scorpion, newish. Or newer. Watch this. Fuck your house, motherfucker. Bet ya I can beat you to it. Oh. Sucks to be you, bitch. Oh, I should have kicked them off. Please. Yes, there's more.
Okay, I'm going to bed now because I'm so excited.
Okay. No, I'm trying to kick him off the wall. Here we go. Ready? There he is. Aww. Here he is. Oh, see ya!
Look at his face.
Yeet! These spear guys are the worst, yo. Love you. Oh, no. Ah, there he goes. Oh, he got off easy. Hey, remember, take your shower. Ooh. What are you doing, doggy? I'm coming for you, mutt. Oh, you survived The Last of Us, but you die here. Haha. Oh, look at all the doggies. Let's light this one on fire. Oh my god, he actually lights on fire. Huh?
There's a jumping spider in bed.
Are you serious? Where? Holy shit, did he fall off the line? Alright, hold on. Oh, really? There he goes. See you later, bro. Woohoo! Alright, I'll come. There's a spider in the bathroom. Yeah, I'm a badass when it comes to the game, right? I'm a beast, total awesome dude. Anyhow, the spear guys always hit me because I try to do dumb shit. I should just blow them up immediately. Where's the spider? Oh, do you need me to pull? I threw it in the garbage. Do you need me to? Oh, there's half. Do you need me to pull this down?
Bro, that actually hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That crack was real, bro.
Alright. I'm back. I forgot my iced tea. That doesn't matter. We can Spartan kick their ass. That's what I tried doing. I got hurt a little bit. What? Oh, really? I was getting lined up for a kick over the edge. Figures I'd fuck it up. Yeah, but the customization is cool. I saw someone commented on that. I hope Peter Parker don't hear about you killing that Spider-Man. There's this suit I really like. There's the armor one that's also white that looks dope. Also, this fucking awesome. I've talked to a friend of mine I grew up with. Oh, I missed it. And we used to always play the Shinobi and Tenshu. Like, that was our shit, yo. And he asked me, he was like, yo, is the game, and this was right when I started playing it. And I was like, bro, it is like when I was 10 hours in. It's amazing how you got this open world game, but it's similar to Tomb Raider in a way when it comes to the exploration. The exploration is incredible. I blocked that one. Game's cheating me now. No, wait. Hold on. Oh, I didn't have any special. There we go. You got me, fair and square. I'll shoot you in your foot, you dick. Oh, he's got it. Here we go. Oh, come on, man. I'm gonna get him over the cliff. Just wait. Ooh, here we go. Oh my god. If you tap triangle, it does that hit. But if you hold in triangle, he'll kick him over the cliff. So that's just me messing up the buttons. Ooh, wait. Is there somebody coming? Hello? I want to kick you over cliff. Where are you? Come fight me. Hey. Hey. I'm right here, bro. Oh, it's a spear guy. Never mind. Get away from me. You spear guys are nuts. Oh. Here we go. We got more. Come on. I gotta get rid of this guy. Yep, got him. No, not you. Oh, come on. Oh, I kicked him over on the other wall. Damn, I'm not doing so good at this. Kicking him. Business. Here it is. Oh, come on. They got me. I'll stop dicking around. I wanted to kick everyone over the cliff, but when you suck at kicking them over the cliff, it's not so good. What do the armor dye merchants do? If I dye my armor, can I switch it back to the other colors? Yeah, it just gives you an extra color. For example, I'm pretty sure, actually, when you go to the... Is it this one? Yeah, when you go to this one, it starts out... I think this is my dye. It starts out as this. Yeah, it starts as this because you have that fast forward symbol. Well, when I ran into a merchant, I bought red and then I dyed it black, which dyes it this color. So you still keep your original dye, your original armor, but you also got a dyed version of it. And then I bought a white one, and then I bought a gold one because the gold is badass. Look at that. But I'm going to put on my white one because the whole outfit looks fucking bomb. Oh, man, look at that. It looks like a beast. All right, no dicking around this time. No dicking around. I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to kill. I got further into the game. It is amazing. You kicked him across the canyon. Yeah, I did. If I can kick someone again off a cliff, I'll do it. But I'm not going to... What time is it? Because I still got to finish packing. I'm not going to, like, totally dick around. Is there anyone that can stop me? Oh shit, it's a spear guy. If there's anyone that can stop me, it's the fucking spear guy. It's hard to see in the weather elements here. Oh, you got me fair and square. I put this on hard too, by the way. How am I dying so quick? That was my fault. I hit a wrong button. Alright, I'm doing bad. I gotta fucking... Did you try playing on lethal difficulty? They just added it? No. Do you see me playing on hard? I don't think I can do lethal. Hard and lethal mode are always the best ways to play this game. Love this game and definitely still rock the Traveler's attire. Yeah, I rock that while I'm exploring.
Here, you. Huh?
It's tricky though with the snow, I've noticed. Sometimes it's all up in your way. Nah, that's... I call bullshit on that hit. There was no, you have to be a god to... Those hits, too, with the spear, I will never be able to defeat them. I don't know what it is, but the spear guys, they always get you no matter what. I mean, no matter what. They glide across the battlefield. And they got these randomized double hits that fucking annoys the ever-loving shit out of you. I think that's one thing I can add. As fun as the game is, sometimes it is a constant holding down on the block button. Can't see. That does get a little... Oh, where did you go? That guy's running away. That was my fault. That wasn't. That was fucking stupid. Bam, bitch. Where's that other guy? I think he was still dead on the ground. The wind chimes are fun as hell. You add poison to the charm or whatever it is. After I play Bloodborne, I need a break from difficult gameplay. Oh, you platinum Bloodborne? One day I'll give that game another try, but I put it in for an hour and I was just like, I'm not interested in this at all. Now, keep in mind though, I put this in and I thought it was just, I thought it was just your you know, your average, you buy it at $20 and it's good at that. Why can't I pick that up? For the first 5 hours. Something happened after 5 hours though. There's still, like I said, there's still like 4 or 5 cons in this game that are pretty much there throughout the whole game that stick true. And the cons though are definitely outweighed by the pros. There's so many more pros than there are cons. For some of the cons, like the difficulty in the fighting, just put it on easy. I don't think he can reach me. Just put it on easy if it's like really that big of a deal. Oh shit. But I will say, some of the fighting still has a bit of I don't know how to put it, because it seems, you ever play a game and it you know 100% you pressed the button and it just doesn't register? Well, in a lot of fighting games, there's some fighting games where it feels like that's a common thing. I forget what ones in the past, but sometimes like Street Fighter or something like that. Well, this has that feel to it in certain aspects. And that's why I was joking around about the spear guys, because there's times where I know for a fact I did a perfect dodge, but it still doesn't count it. It'll count you as getting hit or something, you know? That happens a few times in this game. And it seems like it's heavily what's the word I'm looking for? It happens heavily during the spear guy thing. So I don't know if it's how it's... Like right there, I 100% did a perfect dodge for it. I don't know what's going on this cliff here. But... and your character may not move or may not whatever, but it happens frequently. The other day, how I noticed it is I felt like something was off. Like the game wasn't registering the buttons you're hitting. So I stood there around like 2 or 3 people and I just kept dodging everyone's hit. That's it, just strictly dodging. And there was a run where it'd be perfect and you're doing the same thing over and over and you know for a fact, dodge is circling over. That's it. You'll do just that. It's simple, bam. Sometimes it gets hard when you're fighting 7 people. That's why I like it, because it's got that challenge to it. However, it'll just not work. And it's real like, oh man, really? How about this, brother? Ooh, slaughtered. I just got that too. That flaming sword. It's like from Game of Thrones, so it said. Never got into Sekiro or Neo or whatever that's called. I didn't get into Sekiro either. I haven't played it or nothing. I don't know if I would. I mean, maybe. The layout of the buttons as well for this game. There's some that I was questioning early on. I was like, why is that? That was my dumbass. Not committing to the jump. I was like, why is the button layout like that? Ooh, you can hear that shield. Oh, let's get it, bitch! I'm the ghost, motherfucker. Where you at? What were you saying? Huh? Anyone else? Anyone else? You? I love that. What else we got? Where are these guys? Now, normally, I will slink through and play the area nice and smooth. Like, I'll figure out how many are there. Sometimes I'll sneak attack. But I'm just burning through this town just because it's a stream and I'm just going crazy. What's up, Brandy Lynn? Have you played any of Ghost of Tsushima yet? And the story as well, I have to say, I just thought it would be just generic crap. And they do utilize generic themes throughout. And I will say I've seen Ghost of Tsushima getting railed in the media for some reason. I don't know, because it's cultural appropriation. I don't know what bullshit they're talking about nowadays, but something that I had to laugh at is you guys anyone can make the argument of cultural appropriation all they want. I don't really care. The people who made this, I don't know them at all. And I don't even care, it doesn't matter, because when you hear that they're fans of the old Japanese samurai movies, and this is a love letter for it, you know, it's like, that's what you don't have to be any race to do you are a fan of that. You can make that. It's perfectly acceptable and fine and yada yada yada. That doesn't make any sense at all. It just doesn't make any sense at all. As someone who's Italian, Polish, and Native American, I would not stop anyone who is, I don't care what your race is. I don't care at all. I wouldn't stop you from making a story about the Italian culture, about the, or Sicilian, but it doesn't matter. It's the same shit, really. Or the Polish culture. I wouldn't, you know. What? And the Native American, I would encourage you. I would encourage you to incorporate Native American culture in your work. Every Native American I know in real life has that attitude. And I'm sure there's some that don't, absolutely. But their way of thinking about it is it keeps the culture alive and relevant. I knew some that would sell Native American trinkets. They would sell it to gas stations, they would sell it at events, powwows, little Native American events. And part of it is how they're living after it's all said and done. A little mini mom and pop business, you know? Woo-hoo. Done. So, but what's funny though is when you play this game, you'll notice a few elements that are straight. It's forced, I guess, diversity, but it's basically your usual 2020, your usual modern day entertainment bullshit. Like what I'm talking about is, for example, there's a gay character in this game, a few of them, and let me make sure I make the point clear and accurate, so I don't have people going, "Oh no, there's a gay character, Ronnie. You're homophobic." No, the one in particular where I literally went, "What?" It's a girl's entire story. It's an older woman's entire story is about her husband and her sons going off to war. And she stayed back with the daughters and grandchildren. And somebody came in and slaughtered her whole family. Her sons died on the battlefield. I mean, she's got a real dark and tragic story. And, you know, it roped me in. I was like, shit, man, that's dark. They don't show any of it. You do go to the battlefield and you bury her sons. So that's as much as they show. You see, like, the grave and you hear her talking about how she buried her own grandbabies. This shit is dark. It's deep, right? And it's like, out of nowhere, the game takes this left field where you run into this girl who has information. And they start talking like, oh, my husband always knew. And you realize what's going on is in 2020, wait, what is this? They had to force it in somewhere, which it's not necessary. I don't think gay people are running around saying, we need it in everything. I'm sure there's some, but not. It's just, when it's not necessary, it's odd. You know what I mean? When you guys get to that part in the game, let me know if you did your own head scratcher, like, wait, what? But then when you realize that's the only way they could fit it, because no one else's storyline could have it. Because Yuma, I think her storyline is a little bit romantic towards Jin. Maybe not, but it seems that way. Ooh, okay. Alright, bitch. I'm fucking his shit up right now. If you're new here, that's what I'm doing. Done. Fucking done. Hey, Ronnie, hope you're doing well. I'm guessing you've already played this once, Ronnie? I've played it for quite a few hours. Probably spent like 8 hours playing it when I should have been doing something else. But it was fun. It was definitely, it's fun. I think this game is great. Weird Lady Misaka, I think was her name. Yeah, I'm a bit behind you. I just got to the battlefield where the two sons were hanged. Huh?
Going to sleep now.
Are you? Well, give me a kiss goodnight. Love you. Let you know what I'm thinking. Oh, whatever. I see how it is, bro. Small gameplay touches like swiping right to shield, sheath your katana. That keeps me coming back. Yeah, they got everything. Now, when you guys first told me about that, I did it like every time, and then I kind of forgot about doing it. But every once in a while, I'll catch myself going, "Oh yeah, I got blood on the blade. Clean the blade off." It's like Michonne in The Walking Dead, you know. Oh, what's this? Am I maxed out? Why is it yellow? I think I am maxed out. Oh, no, I opened this thing. Love you. Oh. You better not jam me with your fingers, you... Get away. Master, what'd you hit yourself?
Oh, look what you did.
Oh, nice. Scars of Combat. Way of the Flame. Oh, never mind. I unlocked that a while ago. I got all my stances. Well, you just got out of the shower. Yeah. Get your elbow out of my face.
Me and my dad were fighting because I'm a boss.
And you lost.
I won.
You won. Okay.
This is my scar of winning this.
Oh, I did level up everything. I love you, honey bunny. Ow, I told you not to do that. Jerk. Alright, good. Ow. Alright, I did my 5 duels. Haikus. I need 4 more. Ow, hot springs, 5 more. I heard your fingers crunch.
Yeah.
Love you too.
Love you.
Love you. Yeah, when you get to it, like at Bitnova, it's not like a spoiler element in the story. What's more interesting is kind of the hunt for information within her story. But somebody has information in it, and it goes off the rails in a way that is, there's no way it's not forced in there just because it's 2020. We have to put it in there, or else the journalists are going to attack us. And when they attack us, we can say, oh no, we do have a this and this character. And another part where it's a little tricky is when you get to time periods. Like, you can be as progressive as, you can be the most progressive. Denying the fact that it was frowned upon in the past, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, if I told you guys in medieval times they would, as an example, I don't know for real, biblical times they would stone you if you were gay, stone you to death. It'd be a death sentence if you were gay. Just saying a fact doesn't mean you're homophobic, but in 2020 it does. It's so weird. And again, that's only a part of the internet and a part of the people who are like a little touched, like saying like Juliet loves this sweet and sour chicken from the Chinese restaurant. There's a certain group online that would say, if I said we're gonna get Chinese tonight, they would say that's racist. And it's like, we've gotten to the point where people are so like, I don't know, that just the word, like that's Mexican, that's Chinese, that's this, that's racist because you said something it's getting strange, yo. Do you have any desire to pick up the new 4K of Jaws steelbook or lenticular slipcase with booklet, and or 4K version of the Back to the Future trilogy 3 gift set? I will tell you something about the Back to the Future. I'll tell you that right now. You know the thing that comes with it that's a hoverboard? It's already on the market. It's been on the market for a while. You can go and buy it right now. It's the hoverboard, and it's a little knick-knack. You can buy it for $30 right now on Amazon. However, oh, I already do have it. I had to see if I have the 4K version, but I already have the Jaws steelbook in 4K. Now, I have Back to the Future, the complete set in a steelbook of the DeLorean that looks really freaking cool. But it's years old, and I don't know what new stuff comes in the anniversary set. If there's nothing new, I think I'm just going to keep my old steelbook. But if I don't know, I found it on sale and it had some extras. I mean, if mine isn't 4K and that one is, I may grab it one day. I don't know. But as far as to answer your question for Jaws, I already got the Jaws steelbook, 4K steelbook. And a massive shout out. I'm not going to do the video until I get back, but I did get my boy Joel on the very rare and expensive, I think, if you try to buy it now at this point. But Joel and Ellie love this steelbook a lot better than the US version. The US version wasn't bad at all, but I needed my man Joel. I mean, this is probably one of my favorites, or my favorite gaming steelbook. But the part 1 was all right. It had this look of Ellie. This was US, and then this was Amazon UK. And then the back has Joel, and then this one has Abby. But I needed the one with Joel because I'm eventually planning on getting part 1 steelbook that has Joel and Ellie, just like that UK one. But that's when the price goes down, because right now it's like stupid expensive for no reason. Anyhow, I put that order in, and somebody in the Map family in a different country helped out in a big way, sent some extra snacks over. We already dug into the snacks, but I'll do a video on that this coming week. Have a little vacation in Tennessee. Oh, nice. That's what's up, Brandon Lynn. I'm chilling. I'm I don't know. I'm just in a mood, so I'm going to take a few days off with my daughter. We're going to go to the my relatives out by the beach and just hang out for a couple days. Did you see Dice K, the voice actor for Jin, has been streaming the whole game on Twitch? No, I haven't seen that. It's out of hand. It's called Putting a Square Peg in a Round Hole, Forcing Something for Ulterior Motives. Thanks, Joe. Happy to hear. Yada, yada. That cover fans deserved. Joel the GOAT. Yeah, that cover should have been the US one, I think, and the other one probably should have been the UK exclusive. I don't know why they didn't have it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. I know what they were thinking. They created Abby so they thought everyone was gonna love Abby, which just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, man. I think they were sniffing their own farts. What's up with your leg, bro? What is up with your leg? Yeah, I do this, though. I'll put on his traveler's attire. I do dig the different hats. Some of this shit I wish you can sell or just get rid of. I wish more and more games would let you permanently get rid, not permanently, but sell it to the merchant. And if you ever change your mind and you want it back, you can go and get it. Like, for example, I don't wear half of these hats. I'll never wear them. Like, some of these down here, like this ridiculousness, that is fucking ridiculous, you know, in a way that's not ridiculous good. I think this is ridiculous good. So is this one I like. These are a little out of hand, but I like them. Some bandanas, nah, I don't give a shit. This one's cool. This, no. That's a hell's no. That's cool, though. He looks like a psycho. But I put some of these weird little hats on. Once in a while. Alright, we're going to go do this and then maybe shut it down. Let's go. Oh, man. I'm telling you what, I don't want to say anything that's a spoiler, because I know BitNova is not quite there. However, they have a couple moments that got to me where it was like, that's I don't know, it's tricky. I don't cry for movies and shows and games. Rarely, if ever.
Deserve greater respect.
See this shit? You can do that. Just bow to them. So I don't really cry. Sometimes I get what's the equivalent of being sad for like movies and shows and games. It's got to be like a really powerful scene or just something weird dealing with kids. I don't know why. Kids make me sad, I guess, if it's the right type of story. Oh, we'll fight these guys. However, there's a couple moments in here where I was like, that's tough. Yeah, let's do the ghost armor in yellow. Fuck yeah. Oh, kicked you off your horse, bitch. Whoa, hold the fuck on. You are gonna die. What happened? There we go. That guy's scared. That's what I do to Damn it, they got me. They both did the red at the same time. Fuck you, bitch. Alright, where are we going? Hiya! Yeah, bottom line though, I highly recommend this game. Abso-frickin-lutely. The environment too, it never stops blowing your mind. I mean, it is like, fuck. I do want to go back and replay Days Gone. Not anytime soon, but next time I don't know, when I got some free time and I'm in the mood and I've finished up a lot of my games. I want to go back and replay Days Gone because... Ooh, fuck. The environment in this, I remember Days Gone having a really cool look to it. The Oregon look, but the environment in this, it's incredible in a way that it's like linear, almost. To explain it, it's like they knew you were going to go that way. It's every turn I take, like I can go any direction I frickin' want. And it's like whatever way I go, they knew I would go that way. And it looks gorgeous and it has this visual flair to it. It's incredible. Now, I remember being in love with how Days Gone looked. But that was because it was my cup of tea. It was post-apocalyptic, and I love that shit. So I want to go back and just look at the different variety in the world and just get a real good feel for it. We're gonna do this. Watch this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do something here. We're just gonna watch them die. I'm gonna go here. You wanna die too, bro? Did I get the dog with that? Oh shit.
انت بس هربت بايسن بيساين خرنا تويستي
Oh man, you got me, bro. You're not dead? Wow, that was pretty badass. Oh, that's what I think it is. Remember the last time I said I blew someone up? I think it's... No. I forget. It turned into slow motion, but I did the firebomb. I threw the firebomb on him. Joe said, nice. Jaws is top 10 for me all time. With that steelbook, you're going to need a bigger bookcase. I agree about Back to the Future. The pic quality on the Blu-ray is already very good. Yeah, I don't have a 4K player at the moment. Oh, fuck. I accidentally threw those. One of these Black Fridays, I'm considering grabbing it. I just haven't got around to it yet, you know? Because the Blu-ray already looks so good. I rarely ever watch... 4K movies anyway, because we're often doing like Redbox or something for movie night for me and my daughter. So I don't really watch movies in the living room like that. So I don't know. For now, it wouldn't really be worth it. But maybe if we did eventually upgrade to a Blu-ray or to a 4K player, maybe I could start pulling out my 4K movies and have a movie night with my daughter where we watch some of the 4K movies instead of, Redbox, something new. Or we can alternate, I don't know. I'll figure it out. However, I don't know if I need the Jaws yet. I'm still trying to figure out... I'm reviewing something at the end of the year that I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to review it, how I'm going to review it. It's a very expensive statue. Now the plan was I was going to review it and then I was going to sell it to somebody who was fine with me reviewing it first. But it's just, with a statue that expensive, I don't even know if I want to even risk that. Like, I've done it with like a $400 statue. That's at the time that was like, whew. But that you can pay off. This is a $2,000 statue, so that's coming up. I need to make a decision on what I'm gonna do soon. Oh, fuck you, bitch. How about this? How about that, huh? How about your little birdie go bye-bye, too? Where is your bird? Oh, my God, the bird lays on the dead guy. Oh, that is awesome. I thought he was dead. I wouldn't have stopped. Face me. Come on. Oh, bullshit. I dodged the shit out of that, bro. Oh, yeah, that was fucking epic. Watch this. Moon dance, something. And the sound with the thunder, and I can't get over how just what's the word I'm looking for? Just I was gonna say voluptuous, but that's not it. I know the words on the tip of my tongue, but just how it just sounds great. Okay, it has just a nice roar to it. The cracks. I mean, I love that. I unlocked the fog, and you could control the weather by playing the flute. However, I still put it on the storm, even though I unlocked the fog. The fog is cool, but the storm is my favorite. I freaking love it. Oh, fuck me. I saw that just at the very last moment. And like I said with the Tomb Raider, this game, man, it reminded me of Tomb Raider more than the last Tomb Raider game I played. Going up to the top where the shrines are, if you guys play this game, have you been exploring the shrines and you were just like, why can't Tomb Raider be this fun with its exploration? I mean, it felt like in a way, it felt like I was actually finding a different route than they really set out for you. It felt like that clean. Now, not all of them. Some of them do feel like you can tell how they mapped it out. But there's some of them that are just so fun and clean when it comes to how organic they feel in design. And the exploration is just so fun. I think that's why I've played so much of this game, and I'm not done with it yet. I love these too. Some of them will piss you off because they're tricky. Some movies I prefer in 1080 to 4K. Others I prefer 4K. I love a good 4K action flick. My friend is really into the technical shit, and one day he tried breaking it down for me and I forgot a lot of it, but I just remember bits and pieces. He tried to explain older movies look really good in 4K better than newer movies usually, and that's because of being shot on film. Everything was done on film and with less special effects. Now the special effects done nowadays, and for the past few years, maybe decade or so, a lot more and more is done digitally. Now digital isn't the same or the same resolution as 4K, which means when you take film, which is huge, film is like, I forget the details, but imagine if film is like 8K or 10K. When you do film and you're putting it into 4K, you have so much picture that you're fitting into the 4K and it fits. What you can't do is you can't take something small and make it bigger. So special effects are 2K and you're trying to render them, or I forget the technical stuff, but you're trying to make it look 4K when it's 2K. You get what I'm saying, so to speak? So yes, it's shot in film, but the special effects are done digitally, so it's not as crisp. And I forget, again, all the technical crap, but he tried to explain the right way of how that all plays out. So bottom line, the best movies to watch in 4K are the older film ones. You know, if it's shot in film, yada, yada, yada. He said Predator looks amazing. What else? Shit, what else looked amazing? I knew I fucked that up. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Bam, 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 bam. Predator looks amazing. Something else looks amazing, but those were older movies. Yeah, and that's someone said, yeah, they're too much DNR'd. That's the tricky part when it comes to it, because like I was trying to explain before, when you take something that, it's hard to explain, because when it has, and this blew my mind when I first found out about it, but when something is sending a signal and it has to like recreate those signals just to fill out the frame of what it's doing, when you read into it, it's amazing, and it doesn't even sound like it should be real. But when you have something and you're trying to fill out like a bigger size, it has to like go in there and fill it in a way. I think there was another way where it was talking about when it's showing something, somehow how when it presents it, it fills in those I don't even know what it is, but look it up. It's incredible. You can't extrapolate 2K from the digital, whereas the film already has more quality to pull from. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Like the 2K, you can't, and it's just like doing the comic. Someone said recently, John was like, yo, I love that panel. I wish we could make it into a cover. And I was like, it's just physically impossible. We cleared it up because he meant redraw it in a bigger size. But I was trying to explain that the panels for a comic are a certain size. If you take that and try to make it bigger, it's going to blow out. Anything, movies, if you take a 2K, like if the special effects are done in 2K and you try to make it bigger for 4K, it's going to blow it out. It'll blur it up. It'll yada, yada, yada. You got to do that, whatever they do to it. So it's not going to work. No matter what you do, it can't work. You can only take, for example, the covers that are done really big for the comic and you shrink them down. And that way it keeps all that tight detail. But when you blow it up, it'll blow it out and you can't use that shit. Anyhow, the 4K apparently is like that when it comes to the special effects. So I'm not crazy about getting everything in 4K. But I am interested in seeing certain stuff in 4K. Like my buddy said, if you're a Predator fan, you have to watch Predator 1 in 4K. It's fantastic. So I do want to watch the limited movies that I have in 4K. I do want to watch them in 4K. Alright, where do I go? I can go... Well, I guess there's only this... Wolves at the gate. What time is it? Alright, I do have to shut this down though, because I gotta get up early in the morning and get on the road. Let me get the horse over here. Aspect ratio doesn't fit the cover. Yeah, panel-wise it wouldn't fit. You can't.
Here.
I got a kick at it when you do this with your horse. Watch. Horse hates me after that. I think Blu-ray looks great, though. I know people make the argument that DVD and Blu-ray, what's the difference, yada, yada, yada. I can't get behind that. Because if you got a nice TV, and I'm not even talking overly ridiculously expensive, I'm just talking if you have like a nice crisp TV, you notice the difference between a Blu-ray and a DVD. I mean, it is like, whoa. But with 4K, I've been over my friend's house when he had a 4K movie on, and I will admit, he had a newer movie on the first time I was there. It looked friggin' weird. You know, we both even made fun of it a bit. But I've seen some 4K movies, and it looked really good. I mean, his monitor looked good. However, I've seen Blu-rays on the same monitor, and it looks really good. I mean, so I can understand somebody being fine with Blu-ray and not needing the 4K. I think Blu-ray and 4K should start being sold in one set, you know, like how they did Blu-ray and DVD. But I think we should back off the DVD. DVD should just die. I'm sorry. I know there's a ton of people that still... What is that? Oh, it's an animal. I know there's a ton of people. Because even in the sales, if you look at the sales, DVDs still make tremendous sales. So people didn't give up on DVD and go right to Blu-ray. They're still doing fine sales-wise. Or at least a couple years ago they were. However, if you're still rocking DVDs, I know it sucks having to rebuy movies, but just burn them. No, I'm kidding. But replace them with Blu-ray and thank me later. Because Blu-ray does look a lot better. Shogun Storm. Let's see if that looks nice. Eh. Some of them look better than others. Are you telling me DVD isn't dead yet? It's apparently not. Now, I haven't looked at the sales numbers in probably 3 years, but about 2 to 3 years ago, DVDs were doing fucking great sales-wise. There was a few numbers where DVD was doing better than Blu-ray. Blew my fucking mind, yo. Blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. However, I can see it, though, because if you get the majority of people that don't really care, you know, if Blu-ray is just a little bit crisper in their eyes. For me, I can't watch Blu-ray. I can't watch DVD. It's too... It's just not... And I'm a Blu-ray snob. DVD, it just looks bad. It just looks terrible. But for some out there who, you know, they're not really big on it, it doesn't really matter. I can see them spending a lot less buying a DVD movie than getting Blu-ray. I get it, you know. Imagine playing this off a DVD. Yeah, I don't think that would be possible, to be honest. DVDs don't have enough memory, let alone how it would look. Oh, man. I gotta search for something. What was that? Might as well go up the mountain. Oh, I found it already. I didn't even know it. Where's the camp at? Takeshi's camp? Where are we going? Where's it at? I found it. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Hey, look at that. I found you. Watch this. Can I bow? Oh, fuck you, bro. The graphics are good, though. What the fuck was that? Oh, my bow's on fire. I'm gonna steal your bamboo.
You're welcome at our campfire, my lord.
Thank you. Speak with Takeshi. Are you Takeshi? Are you Takeshi? Oh no, that's Takeshi, I bet you. Are you Takeshi? No? Are you fucking serious? Who runs this joint? Are you? Are you? Wait, no, you're not the same guy. You're wearing the same clothes though, right? No, he's over there. Okay, what the fuck? This is a tiny camp. Where's your leader? Take me to your leader. Where are you? Where are you? Alright, I'm lost. Are you Takeshi?
Are you Takeshi?
I was
You know
close.
my name?
I'm Jin Sakai. Yuna sent me.
She's alive? Where is she?
The Mongols blocked the pass to Omi. I have to open the way and I can't do it alone. Yuna told me you can help.
Sounds dangerous.
I thought you were an expert hunter. Leader of the best archers in the prefecture.
Is that what Yuna told you?
She
Yeah,
thinks you care enough to fight.
I agree.
Is she wrong?
We're not gonna
About me?
let this
No.
play because we're not doing
But my
a
people need a reason to risk their lives.
stream about the story. Although I do want to hear some of it.
It's going to be a cold winter. Why spend it on a mountainside hunting squirrel when you can live in a warm fort?
I agree. I don't think streaming is helping
stay till
Blu-ray
spring.
sales.
We're in.
However, for
Yeah, but
some people that are still buying,
This
they're
won't be like
collectors.
hunting wild
Some
boar.
are
Over here, no
just not interested in streaming all these services. Some want full control. And for me, I am partly collector / I want full control over what I have. For example, we had the internet go out. I think it was out. There was a bad storm. It was out for like a week and a half. And I think I've told this story before. It was out for a week and a half, and I forget who brought it up. It was either my daughter or me or something, but we just really wanted to watch, what was it? Stranger Things. I mean, you ever just get in the mood to watch like a certain something? We were just in the mood to watch Stranger Things. But the internet was out, so we can't stream it. However, I bought it when it came out, so I was able to just be like, oh my God, yo. Yeah, it was my daughter that mentioned it. And I was like, yo, wait a minute. I did buy that, you know? So when it comes to streaming services and having the license, you don't own it. They could take it away from you whenever the business goes under. So I personally get everything that's a movie that's a must own for me, that I know I'll rewatch a few times. I gotta have it in my possession. So for collectors that are like me, and also people are going back and re-editing older movies and streaming them with certain offensive scenes taken out now, which is growing more and more popular, and it's only going to get even more popular. I don't know why, but I heard recently some billionaires have donated money. Someone told me. I don't know the full story, but I guess some billionaires donated. We're talking like $1 billion into certain programs that are left-leaning, but a lot of it gets filtered into not the level-headed left, but the lunatic left. So the lunatic left are the ones that are like, take out everything that's offensive in movies, yada, yada, yada. Which, again, the reason that's problematic is because if you have a bad guy that's a racist, asshole, piece of shit, you shouldn't edit out the racist, asshole, bad guy, because that's who he is. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you go into American History X, chop it up to where you take all the racism out of it. You know, the point of the movie, racism plays into an important point of the movie, of the story. Anyway, so when it comes to that aspect, I collect, but also you can't re-edit my physical version of the whatever movie or show that you're watching. I'm not going to continue on. I do have to shut this down. I would love to play for a few more hours, but I do have to shut it down to finish packing because I'm leaving first thing in the morning, and we're going to go visit some family and have a good time, yo. I'm just glad that physical media often has digital code so you can have both. Yeah, I think that's great. I think the digital code should be a bonus in all physical media. I think as of right now, it pretty much is. It's crazy. I saw some stats on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. It was like a 70% for DVD, 30% sales for the others. I'm just glad people are still buying physical media. Yeah, I was shocked too. I was so shocked at how many people are buying DVD over Blu-ray. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Blu-ray it looks better. You can see a visual difference, and it's not like 4K where you have to really look, you know. With gaming it's different because it's not simply oh, it looks better, because look at this game, look at Last of Us 2. See, even if you love and hate either one, the graphics are amazing. You know, amazing. Could they be smoothed out? Yes. Could the game could the processing power handle a little more information so that way everything is a little cleaner? Oh, sure, absolutely. There's a lot of times where Jin is walking through the ground pretty much, and that's because of how it's built and designed, and they just didn't have what they needed, maybe in power and time, to buffer it so that way he cleanly walks down the actual stairs and mountain and yada yada yada. That's just a small example, but you can smooth out so many other things. Animations for the people, for the NPCs, different choices. So for video games, it's different than for movies. For movies, it just has to be a crisp disc, look crisp, but also the disc itself. The technology needs to hold whatever information you're putting on it. So the movie, whatever size it is, the special features, the menu, the whole complete thing. It needs to have enough. From what I hear, Blu-ray has a ton of space for all of that. So Blu-ray should be good when it comes to 4K and the disc itself, you know. For DVD, you're limiting what you can do with that because of the space. And I think that in a large part is why I was shocked that more people just didn't, you know, come on over to the Blu-ray side of things. Yeah, I heard they took guns out of the scene in E.T. where the kids are trying to escape and make them famous bike ride. I recently heard something too about guns. I didn't know it was E.T., but when I start hearing stuff, I'm like, oh, here we go, you know? But I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Yeah, I'll catch you next time, Ada. Have a safe trip. Yeah, we're just going to, depending on, I don't know what the weather's like. I think there's a storm coming. So depending on the weather, depending on the rules for the town there, I don't know, beach-wise, I don't know what type of rules they have with COVID. So we're going to play it safe, hang out with family, try to get some fresh air at least. And I'll see you guys here next week. A really important week for anyone who's, it's the start of a really important week because I'm going to do a little video doing one big update on my Make a Path Presents channel, letting everyone know this is what we're doing moving forward. Then immediately following that video, like a day or 2 days, 3 days later, I'm going to keep it kind of close, but I'll drop the very next Flaw and All review. And then the following week I'll drop another one, and then I have a interview coming after that, and then we're going to kind of alternate off and on Once we get established and set up, I'll probably return and do some streams. But in between, I might do some random impulse ones like right now. Just when I have some time, pop it on, do it up, and that'll be on this channel. So if you are supporting through Patreon, just hang tight. We're bringing the Flaw and Aws back as soon as I get back from the vacay, and we have other fun stuff like the Speak Your Geek. I also need to get a logo. I was really racking my brain as to what logo I wanted to use for Speak Your Geek, but it has to be clean, so that way maybe I'll have a more visual one, and then a clean one for smaller images. So maybe it was just, I'm not really sure. Before we had an actual mouth, and it was Let's Talk, but I'm changing it to Speak Your Geek, and I'll have something, maybe something similar to that, but that's going to be the one dealing with interviews and whatnot. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and be safe, and I'll see you next week sometime.